Alright, so welcome back to Mac Farms. We're gonna do something that I haven't done before, but you know, a lot of people do it, and you know, I thought it'd be fun, so let's try it. So, a couple things. We are gonna be trying out, so I got this from Epic Gardens. It's their 6 cell, so it's new for me. Up until now, I had some cheap ones. They fell apart after one season, so I stopped using them. I've been using these. I just put my potting soil in there, and then I just basically sprinkle however many seeds I want on top, and then separate them out. It works, and I'll still keep using it for certain things, especially when I'm starting like tomatoes, because I'll start like 25 at once. So but today we're just doing lettuces. So we've got some black seeded Simpson. So I'm doing this all outside. It's nice out, so I like to be outside when I can. We've got some arugula, some rocket arugula. We've got Little Jim, right? So it's a mini romaine. I really liked them last year. They're small. You can just cut one off, and you've got, like, you know, little miniature salad. We've got red cells. That was very successful last year, so that'll be good. And Rouge d'Ivoire, which is a red romaine. Honestly, these things grew like crazy here. So I'm in Florida Zone 9B. Through the winter, they did excellent. We've got Butter Crunch, because honestly, it's delicious. We've got some. My kale plant died over the summer. Probably neglect, but that's all right. We're gonna start some more kale, and then the last thing I've got, you know, I've heard a lot of people talk about it, say good things, is Butterhead Marvel of 4 Seasons. So it's supposed to do really well, so we're gonna try that. We are going to, like I said, we're gonna use the 6 cells, and then so I just use potting mix. I find it works really well, but sometimes it gets a lot of you know, just bigger pieces in there. So I ordered this off of Amazon. So I'm going to use it to kind of sift it a little bit better. That way, especially with these lettuces, they're smaller seeds. It won't, you know, it won't have any big pieces sitting on top of the seeds, preventing it from sprouting. So I'm going to kind of move the camera around, and we're going to get set up so that you can see what I'm doing, and we'll go from there. All right, so we got our sifted soil in here. So I don't know, I might do my seeds a little bit different than other people, but I'm gonna show you how I do it. I go ahead and put the soil in here. I get it damp, right? So I got my little pump sprayer. I put the seeds in, put a little, just a tad, because these are lettuce seeds, are tiny, so I don't even really bury them. I just put a little soil on top, honestly, and then I just lightly dampen it, and that's usually it. It's always worked for me in the past. So I've got 6 trays, but we've got like 7 things I want to start. So one of the trays, I'm going to double it up, so I'll have I'm gonna do the Little Jim romaine and the Rouge d'Ivoire. I don't know if Rouge d'Ivoire, I don't know how to pronounce it. I am not French. There you go. That's what we're talking about. If anyone knows how to say that, please put it in the comments. That would be lovely. I don't know what I'm saying. But that red romaine, we'll put it on the other half. So we're gonna start with our black seeded Simpson, right? So these are teeny tiny seeds. What I'm gonna do is just do 2 or 3 seeds per cell. So these are honestly, these are actually free seeds that I got from the library. So the library here will give you free seeds. So I don't know their germination rate, but it's pretty cool that they give you free seeds. So I'm just gonna put 3 in each cell. That way we can go ahead and hopefully increase the chances of our germination. So just honestly, just simply placing it right on top. You know, just kind of make sure it has contact with the soil. Soil's already wet. Just put those back in there. All right. We're gonna sprinkle just a little soil on top, right? Just to barely cover it, right? These lettuce seeds, these greens, they honestly they don't need a bunch of soil on top. They just need a little bit of soil just to kind of keep them damp until they germinate. So I've been doing it for a couple years now, and honestly I've never had any issues. And then what we'll do is we'll either pot them up, so we can always pot them up to our 4 inches. Just carefully tease them out and pot them up, or we will just eliminate the weaker ones. So those are kind of the two options, and we'll just lightly mist that, and that one is good to go. So when it's cold, I do all this inside the garage. I've got a little setup where I've got a workbench and I've got grow lights. So let's try our Marvel 4 Seasons. All right, so we just got this recently, and so like I said, I've heard a lot of good things about it. We're just gonna drop 3 seeds on top. They're teeny tiny seeds. So each cell just kind of drop 3 seeds. And there we go. Got 3 of those. All right, we'll sprinkle a little soil on top just to lightly cover it up. And the other reason I get all of it wet before I put the seeds in is when you get it wet, if there's any air pockets, it'll kind of help the soil compact a little bit. I don't like the soil too compacted, because I've found in the past that when I compacted it too much, the seeds just had a hard time like rooting into it, and a hard time popping up. So maybe it was just me, but that was my experience. All right, so let's grab our tag. There you go. 4 Seasons, and we'll just throw that right back there. Moving on. All right, let's move that out of the way. That was great. All right, so moving on. Like I said, we're gonna do the red cell. Almost lost count. Right, let's throw a little tag in there, and we'll move that out of the way. All right, let's see what we got. All right, so we got our little gem. All right, so we're gonna do this first set of cells, these first 3 in the little gem, and then we'll do the back 3 in the rouge. And we're going to continue with just 3 seeds per cell. All right. Oh, I forgot what we were doing. I'm gonna have to remove these ones. I forgot that we were just doing the first set. Oh, look at there. Forgot what I was doing. All right, let's try that again. Let's do that back set with this one. So three seeds back there. There we go. Let's go ahead and put our little label in there so we don't get mixed up. Sprinkle a little soil on top. Alright, so you guys kind of get the idea. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up all these, and honestly, I think I'll bring you back when we've actually got some sprouts so that I can show you how it's looking. Alright, so stay tuned.